Hi, I'm Lenore. I'm a singer and a voice teacher. Today I am reviewing a karaoke app. I'm very excited about this, and it's called Simply Sing. So I'm gonna check what it's all about. Okay, so I'm now on the basically intro page of the app. Before I went there, there was a nice intro with nice music. That the only issue I have with that is that you cannot pause it. To my profile. Oh, this is the intro that I was talking about. Yeah, so you see some people singing in their own home, having fun, but there is no pause. There is no mute button, sorry. Then you say get started, and it keeps playing the music. They ask me all kinds of questions. How did you hear about us? How confident? I'm going to pretend that I'm a total beginner, yeah? I'm trying a little bit to improve my singing. How often do you sing? Let's see, let's say a few times a week. What are your main challenges while singing? Finding the right song. There's something that a lot of students have trouble with. Not knowing if I sing well, singing off key, reaching high and low notes. And let's also check other. How do you deal with singing challenges? I'm just going to say no current method. Styles of music, musicals for sure, Disney for sure. And let's also say pop. I see there is no classical, so there you go. You have to choose your top 3. Which best describes your voice? Female voice or male voice? That's a nice way to phrase that question, yeah? I would say best describes my voice is female voice. So now they're explaining about vocal ranges. So if I miss this, right? If I miss the beginning and I want to rewind, I cannot mute this. I cannot pause it. You just get to see this one time. Nice. And we're going to check my vocal range. Let's find out what my vocal range is. I'm supposed to read this in my natural voice. Okay. Let's tap to begin. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Even if we are apart, I will always be with you. They're waiting for me to say the words, and then they color them in. That's a smart word. Yeah, let's see. My voice, by the way, not 100% because I was sick a few weeks ago, so that might affect my range today. Let's see.
Next. You are stranded on a deserted island, and suddenly you see a ship passing by. You must get their attention by shouting, "Hey," 3 times as loud as you can. Before you begin, sit up straight and take a deep breath. Ready? You got this.
Sit up straight, take a deep breath, and yell for the ship 3 times.
Sounds like you're an alto.
I'm an alto. Nope. But maybe today I am because of the illness. So you can continue here, or you can try again. So that's fun. Artists who share your voice type, they're going to show me other artists that are altos. In this case, apparently Rihanna, Dua Lipa, Tracy Chapman, Lana Del Rey, Meghan Trainor, Tina Turner, Shakira. So I'm in a good club there. I'm in good company. That's fun. So now we're moving on to trying in your range. Okay, let's try singing my range. And that's a big deal because a lot of people try to sing in the exactly original key of the original performer, and they might not have the same range. Ready to try it out? If I Ain't Got You from Alicia Keys. I'm gonna press let's sing. You can also just close this. I sing the song in its original key. Maybe they chose it on purpose because it's supposed to sit higher than my voice. Let's see.
1, 2, 3, go.
People want it all, but I do want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby. If I got you, baby. Okay.
Ever wondered why you can't always hit those high notes? What if I told you you can? The song just wasn't set to a vocal range that fits you, and we can fix that easily.
That's nice.
Sing adapts the song's vocals for you.
I always do that with my students. Now they matched it to what's supposed to be my voice. There.
Here we go.
Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby. If I got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, but some just want everything. If I anger, ooh. It's good that they started by playing like a singer, a lead singer, singing the melody with you, because sometimes people have trouble getting the first note if the key is changed around. That was good. Now they're asking me, how did the song feel when you were singing it? Right. Well, I didn't struggle. Yeah. Right? So if you tell them I struggled with the high note, they might take it down a notch. And now the next step is to adapt all songs to your range.
With Simply Sing, you can enjoy singing any song, no matter how high or low it is.
I was able to pause that. That's a first. Simply Sing. You should just add that pause button and unmute button to the other ones as well. There's also no mute button here, just so you know. But yeah, I like it so far. These are fun videos. It should feel effortless. Did you hear? It should feel effortless. So I guess I'm supposed to now choose another song. Oh, they basically just loaded the whole library. Okay, it took about 14 minutes to set up my entire portfolio, set my preferences, check the range, experiment with singing a song, which, by the way, again, I'm not entirely sure what someone is supposed to do if they don't know Alicia Keys' specific song. Okay, now you have all kinds of suggestions here, like Part of Your World, A Whole New World from Aladdin, because they know I like Disney. A song, they show you if they think it's easy or hard or medium. I always recommend you start with the easy songs. So the Shania Twain, You're Still the One, is made for alto, so they made it for me. Here you can see, I know it's mirrored, but you can still see it, right? It says alto, and you can also press change, and you can just decide to change it for alto or mezzo or soprano or bass or whatever. It seems like this is where we hit a paywall, so you can't really sing with this app for free. See, it's quite affordable. The yearly subscription is 70 euros for the whole year. If you pay for 1 month, then it's 18 euros. So that's a significant discount for the yearly price. Yeah, because I happen to have the premium version, and I'll show you what that's all about. I'm back. I have the subscription. Yay. Just to be clear, I did team up with Simply Sing. I tell all of my affiliates that I first review the product, and only if I like it do I recommend it, and then use an affiliate link. So this is my word to you. I would not recommend this if I didn't like it. If I don't like it, you will not be seeing this video. Now I have access to the library of all of the songs that they have in here. So I just see here you have Into the Unknown. Let's go. Let's see how they will make it easier for me. And now it's karaoke. Okay. So just so you know, this is what it looks like. This, you don't see that well, huh? Yeah, so here at the corner you have this button. If you click on it, then it said 50%. Now it says on, that, and that's the lead vocals, right? So you can hear the lead vocals singing. That will be very handy if you're not sure where to start from, which note to start from. And then you can also turn it off, okay? And now this is made for an alto, which is what I am right now with my hoarse voice. You're not a voice, you're just a whisper in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. Everyone I ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I had my adventure, I don't need something new. Okay, I'm going to continue a little bit more into the chorus because it's going higher. But in general, that feels quite low in my voice because I'm not actually an alto. Into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. Okay. And they have the back vocals there for you. That's nice. Good. So here you have a button called range at the bottom. Just raise it up. I can raise it up a bit. You have a minus and a plus button. Don't know if you can see that. Right here. And then you can just play around with it. So I just moved it up a bit. Let's see what happens. What do you want? 'Cause you've been keeping me awake. That feels better. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake? So you should do that always. If you have an app like this that can play around with the keys, super, super useful. So if you're not comfortable, most people can feel it. And if you're not comfortable, just move it around and see when you're comfortable. You're someone out there who's a little bit like me, who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be. Every day it's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go? Let's see how the chorus goes. Into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. That's good. That was fun. See what else is here. So you have studio. You have a button here at the bottom left called studio. Let's see what that does. A new recording. For better sound, use headphones. Fair enough. But I'm not going to do that right now. But you should use headphones. And you can record this. Things you have sort of like a library of your saved recordings. Awesome. And then you have live feedback. Practice the song. Let's see what that is. Preparing for feedback mode. Oh, so this is, many apps have that. The lines represent the notes. They come and hit this wall, and this is where you're supposed to sing them. Yeah? I want to try a different song for that. Fly Me to the Moon. They say that this is medium. Okay, let's see. So they're just going to launch me onto the right key. Fly me to the moon. That's quite low. Play among the stars. Okay, fly me to the moon. So that's good to know. When you switch a song, they fit it back into what you saved as your range in the beginning. But right now, I'm gonna raise it 2 steps. And let's see what happens. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Okay, great. So I'm going to go with this. I'm going to do it 1 step higher even. All right. And now let's go to studio, back mode. Exciting. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. That's super fun, right? So you can see as you go, they're giving you check marks and stuff like that. Yes, I can change it to karaoke mode. So that's also good. For forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, so every every phrase or two, they give you like a check mark. I changed the melody a tiny bit. They didn't seem to mind. Let's see what happens if I sing out of tune on purpose. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. Yeah, in other words, please be true. Okay. You see the line of where the note should be. That changes with the note. So every single note is at a different height. Heights representing the notes that you're supposed to sing. And if you're singing above or under, then you have sort of like a fairy dust kind of dot that represents your voice, and you can see if it's above or under. That's really nice for pitch awareness. It's really handy to see where your voice is compared to where it should be. That's awesome. I really like it. Let's see what else they have. They probably grade you and stuff like that. The way I see it is that that the priority is practice. Yeah. This feedback mode doesn't. That's the way in all of the apps. They sort of like make you do the whole song. So you don't get to improve on a certain part. Let's see what else. You can mark favorites. It's very good. Like a library of favorites. And you have recommended songs, you know, 90s top hits. So they have categories of songs. That's nice. You can, of course, search. What is learn? Okay, let's explore the learn part. Singing tune, the $1 million topic.
Not always sure if you're on pitch? We can help with that. Simply Sing listens to you and gives you live feedback on your singing. Using this tool, you'll be able to know whether you're singing too high, too low.
Yeah, in the feedback mode. Falling in love with. You know, basically they show you where the song was originally and they move it to your range.
Simply Sing helps us sing in tune. What happens when I sing?
It helps you sing in tune by showing you if you're singing in tune. It doesn't teach you how to sing in tune. That's just going to develop the awareness. That's not going to give you the vocal control. And I teach that in my video on how to sing in tune correctly, or I think it's called, what is it called? How to sing on key the right way. I can.
Listen to the melody again.
So basically, I did it wrong on purpose, and then they said, tap here to listen to the melody again. They train you that way. I can help falling in love, falling in love, falling in love. So if I'm just naturally not singing in tune, then they're just gonna keep trying to see if I ever sing the right tune. So the best way to do it is not the way I just did, which is just to try again, but really move the sound up and down, slide like a siren. Yeah. Let's demonstrate that for a moment. With you. So it basically just showed me, like I showed you before, it showed me where the line should be, and I was singing too high. I slid down. And then it matched. Let me see if I can show you. Sorry for all the reflections. I can't help falling in love with you. That's how you do it. They gave me 2.5 stars. That's generous. 67% of the timing. So they also check your rhythm. Okay, let's see what else. Warm up. Yay! I wish I saw that before because I just started singing today without warming up. That's bad. I'm a voice teacher. I should know better.
Range. In those notes for longer. Voice sounds that you can make. It will help
I agree.
you with your singing. Hi singers. We're going to keep expanding our vocal range.
Okay, hit the road, Jack.
Hit the road, Jack.
Again, they just gave me a song and they assumed that I know the song. I just happen to know the song, so lucky me. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. I just have to say, they showed me that when I sang hit the road, Jack, that the Jack was not the right tone. It's not like that. This is software. It's like, well, let me put it this way. It's more likely that our voice, because it's human and not a computer, that this is the one that is not accurate. However, that doesn't mean that you're singing off pitch. The perfect, just noticed, I don't know, it's like a little bit of whatever it is that makes your voice human might be detected as off tune. So I would just take all of that with a little grain of salt. It's not the fault of the app. It's just that software. That's the way it is. Okay. Road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. I like that idea that you're taking a song and you're taking that up the range. That's really good. Personally, I would not choose this song for the very first warm-up exercise because it's over 1 octave. It's like 1 octave and 1/3 in range, and that's not warm-up. If you're stretching your muscles and you want to go to the splits, you're not going to go immediately to the splits, right? You're going to stretch bit by bit, and that is not the ideal song to do that. I would choose something like a nursery rhyme or something like that that is really like short. But I really like the concept. Yeah. Okay, you can go back and you can restart and you can also exit. Let's see how far they take. Yeah, I sang 4 out of 6. So yeah, if you're not warmed up, doesn't feel comfortable to go immediately this high and this wide in range. Okay, the thing is, I have to finish the warm-up if I want to go further. Okay, but what if I already did that and I want to continue from where I left off? I apparently can't do that here. You can't swipe here. You can go back, you cannot go forward. So if you press pause, you have options of going 15 seconds back or restart, but you cannot go forward. Okay, so I just found a hack. So what I would recommend if you're using the warm-up here, do it on lip trills or one of your buzz, your favorite buzz, like a Z or an NG or a rolled R or even a V can be good. Yeah, and instead of the words. And that will be a nice warm-up. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Okay, roll our shoulders back, straighten our backs, and keep our chins parallel to the floor. Relax our face, jaw, and neck muscles.
Parallel to the floor?
And take 1 deep breath. Feels great, doesn't it? Remember this feeling and hit save in your mind.
Okay, so let me comment on that a little bit. Great idea to do body work before you sing. I would do that first, yeah? So first body work and then warm up. You first put your body in good position and then you do a vocal warm up, right? But yeah, the general idea is good. You roll the shoulders and then straight back. That's tricky because if you're going to try and put your back straight, you might actually defeat the object. You might add more tension. You might arch your back. You might put pressure on your spine if you're trying to put your shoulders back. Having a good posture is a complex issue, mainly for me. But I personally found that the best way to learn good posture is Alexander technique. So I recommend you try that. The general idea, I totally agree. I think you should have a good posture. And I like what she said in the end, that you should click save in your mind. Yeah, so you have feeling of how it is when your body is relaxed and your torso is relaxed and straight. And that will be good for your airway, right? So what she said before about the trumpet, if you sort of like break the trumpet, you interrupt the line of airflow and probably won't sound good, right? Same thing with your voice. So if you click save, that helps because it's muscle memory. So you can go back to that feeling instead of, going again and fixing your posture. Let's continue.
Now in its home position.
Home position.
Tense while singing. Go back to this home position. Now let's learn.
Okay, learn how to breathe.
Strong enough. We need to equip ourselves with the right amount of air and place it in the right parts of our bodies. Let's think of our bodies as a balloon.
Let's think of our bodies as a balloon. All right.
When we breathe into our chest, we fill this upper part of body with air. This puts a lot of pressure on our throats.
Yes, that's right.
To control the air coming out.
Okay, so she recommends not to breathe only to the chest because that puts a lot of pressure on the vocal cords. Okay, so we're going to try that anyway to then compare with the correct way of breathing. I feel the pressure.
Now let's try something else. When we breathe into our stomachs, we fill the lower part of our body with air, so there's no tension around the neck.
Okay.
And we can control it.
Yeah, if you feel the upper part will fill as well, right? But then you will have less pressure, probably, unless you take too much air. Pressuring. So just be mindful of that.
Air coming out, much better.
Okay.
Place your hand on your stomach. Now fill your stomach with air and watch your hand move up. Make sure that your shoulders remain in the same position.
Let's practice this. Okay, so now they suggest every breath you take. Police. Awesome. Okay. Let's see how they make us practice on the song. This is a breathing symbol.
These indicators will help you breathe.
So they're going to show me by filling a circle that I'm supposed to
Let's practice what we've learned. Let's focus on our breath.
put my hand on my stomach, like she said.
Now, let's add something.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every smile you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
Ready to try it out? Breathe.
Okay.
2, 3, now sing.
Every breath you take. I was supposed to listen to him. Every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
Make sure you're staying
Nice.
place. Feel your belly expanding.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
Let's do it one more time.
Okay, that would be a really good song to do the warm-up on. Because it's 4 notes. That's ideal. That's ideal. So let me just recap. Almost every time that you have either an intro or an exercise, and the feedback moments as well, you cannot skip those, or you can't forward and rewind. You can sometimes. Forward you cannot, and you need to complete it before you go to the next stage. However, I'm sure that after you're done doing it for the first time, then you'll just have all of the stages available to you. So I think that might be an argument in favor of making you go through the whole thing.
So let's straighten our backs, open our mouths, and let our voices come out without anything blocking it.
They're showing you like pictures of celebrity singers doing what they need to do and what you need to do. Totally.
To practice opening our mouths,
The only thing I would add as a voice teacher is that when you open your mouth, it should be a relaxation movement, like a dropping movement, and not an active opening movement, because that can actually create tension around here and then actually block the resonances. So you saw all of those singers. Every singer ever who really, really sings well, they are doing it, like all of them. And there are exceptions of people who don't open their mouth and then they still sort of get away with it and they still sound good. But then you have to ask yourself, what would happen if they actually open their mouth?
this practice is called lip sync. It's a great way to have fun whilst learning to feel more comfortable singing.
Okay, that's interesting. So she wants us to practice lip syncing to get used to opening our mouth more.
Lip syncing, we can focus on opening our mouths, pronouncing the words, and on how the song is making us feel.
Yeah.
Find an object like a remote control or a hairbrush, so you can imagine yourself holding a microphone.
All right. So now we're going to practice the lip syncing.
Great. I've got
I have my mic.
So let's do some lip sync.
A whole new world is what they recommend, okay?
You don't actually have to sing.
You don't actually have to sing. You just make the...
Open your mouth.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
Have fun with it.
I can open your eyes.
Take you wonder by wonder.
I would say that's not only a good exercise to opening the mouth, that's a good exercise to getting to the performance, yeah? So to express the song. Because I'm a big fan of exaggerating. And as an audience member, you want a little bit of that outgoing, going all the way kind of attitude. So I think this is a really good exercise.
We're sideways and under.
On a magic carpet ride. Oh, you.
A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Well done for giving us a try. On the next step, we're going to
That's
learn
important.
about the different sounds our voices can make. Let's go.
Different sounds. So now we're gonna, okay. That was just one phase. There is more. Wow, okay. Discover your voice. Produce sounds correctly and explore your voice.
When we play a guitar, the vibration of the strings are amplified in the guitar's body. This is called a sound box. Different sound boxes make different sounds, tones, and volumes. Singing works the exact same way. Our body is our sound box, amplifying the vibrations of our vocal cords. Every singer has a different instrument and can make different sounds. That is why we can't always hit the same notes that other singers can.
The mission behind Simply is really to make us understand that there are different voice types in the world. And a lot of people get stuck, and a lot of students that come to me get stuck on that idea that if this singer hit those notes, then I'm supposed to also hit those notes. Otherwise, I suck. But that's not true. So I'm on board with this 100%. Yeah, different people sing differently. Different people have different ranges and so on.
With our chest voice.
Okay, let's do some chest voice.
We're going to get to know the lower part of our voice.
Just a heads up, I might not agree with this because usually voice teachers don't agree on anything, but especially head and chest voice is a very chaotic topic and it has a lot of terminologies mixed up in there. So I might agree with that or might not, but that does not mean anything.
Our chest voice. Chest voice is normally the voice in which we speak in.
That's
So let's
correct.
put our hand on
I
our
agree with
chest
that.
and feel how it vibrates when we make a lower sound. Listen to me first, and then we'll do it together. Now together. Can you feel the vibration?
Yeah.
This is why the chest voice is called the chest voice. Let's do some practice singing in our chest voices.
Okay. Oh, Imagine by John Lennon. So far I'm lucky. I know all of the songs that they suggest. So they're very, very famous as well.
Let's sing with our chest voice.
It's easy if you try.
Did you feel it?
Could be more. No heaven below us,
Stay focused on your chest voice and that grounded feeling.
above us on the sky.
Open your mouth.
Imagine all the people
Don't force it.
living for today. Country,
Feel the vibration.
it isn't hard to do.
Make sure your shoulders are rolled back.
Nothing to kill or die for. I'm going to give you a tiny tip to upgrade the feeling in the chest, yeah? So some people feel it right away, some people feel it a little bit, some people don't feel it, right? So if you don't feel it, it could be because don't have the awareness yet, or it could be because you can be more intentional about making this vibrate. And you can do that. You can basically just imagine that the sound is going into your chest. If I don't do that, then I don't have as many vibrations as if where I'm really focusing on the direction that my sound is doing towards the chest. So give that a try.
Go back to your home position. Effortless.
Imagine all the people living life in peace. You. And just so you know, where it goes, living for today, and when you go, living life in peace, you. Those high parts are very instinctively, or they can at least flip into the head voice, so you're not going to feel as many vibrations here. Let's discover our head voice. In general, it's nice. It's a very nice crash course, so to speak, in how your voice works and how you can use your voice.
We're going to make some funny noises together.
She's in the jungle.
It may feel a little bit weird, but I assure you, these exercises will help you get a feeling of how to produce your own head voice. Imagine you're at a concert of your favourite artist and you're cheering.
Woo!
That is actually your head voice. Listen again.
I would say it's a little bit of a mix, like woo! That did not work. Woohoo!
Okay, now try it together with me.
Woo!
Did you feel that? Okay, let's try something else. For this exercise, we're going to mimic an owl howling. Just like this.
An owl. I have an exercise on an owl
Try it with me.
in my head voice tutorial.
I know it sounds silly, but once more.
She's so cute.
Does it feel different from your chest voice? If not, don't
She's a good presenter. I like her.
worry. There are always more. This exercise, we're going to mimic a train. Just like this. Choo-choo!
Choo
Try it with
choo. That's really nicely mixed. Choo
Once
choo.
more. Choo-choo! Amazing. How did that feel? Did it feel different? This is just an example of how we use our head voice and we don't even know it.
Okay, I like it. So now we're gonna practice head voice, I guess. By the way, animal noises. She said we're gonna make animal noises. We didn't get there yet, but we might now. That's not only good for head voice. You can make all kinds of good animal noises to use your chest voice as well. And twang is a famous technique that all the good singers use, which is just a fancy word for squeaky voice. You can use a bunch of animals for that as well. So I love animal noises.
We're going to use our head voice, but let's start with our chest. Do you hear
Okay,
the Awimba
start
in
with the
background?
chest, okay?
Let's join them.
Awimba, awimba, awimba,
Did you feel that vibration?
awimba,
Great. Now we'll sing the higher tune of the song. Make sure you don't sing like this. Don't yell, and make sure you're not straining your voice.
Easier said than done, but good advice.
Control. It should sound like this. Ready to use that head voice?
Don't linger on the word it should sound. She said it should sound like this. I don't want you to linger on that because you are in no position of judging your own sound from inside your own head, and what it sounds like to you will not sound the same on the outside. Just pay attention to what she said before about how to produce the head voice. You go to the higher pitch and you keep it sort of owly-like and, or a little bit like a woo, like a cheering noise. It's more of a feeling than a sound.
Peace.
It's easier said than done to say don't strain your voice. That's something that you have to learn. So saying don't strain your voice is a good advice. Yeah. So if that's you, if you're feeling that you're straining and she says don't strain and you don't know how to do that, check out what I have to say about high notes. And I hope that will help you. And yeah, you get some good habits in how to go to high notes without straining. It was really amazing. It was so amazing.
That's what we just learned.
I'm sure it
You
was.
should be proud of yourself for exploring and discovering your head voice. Making amazing progress. Keep it up.
Okay, so they're teaching us relaxation. Maybe that's the anti-strain thing that we were waiting for.
Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. One of the most important things every singer should know is how to relax when singing those high notes without causing any tension to our throats and vocal cords. Let's sing a few high notes, but instead of tensing up and thinking about how we sound, let's try to relax and sing freely.
Okay.
When we sing, let's practice everything that we've learnt so far. Going to our home position, breathing into our stomachs, opening our mouths, singing with our chest and head voices.
Lego is way easier said than done. It took me about 40 years to learn to release my neck.
Fine if our voices start to crack. Let's not worry about these things and just sing. 1, 2, 3, now sing.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen.
Open your mouth.
Kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen.
You could switch the vocals on and off.
And it is howling like a swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried.
Remember your home position.
Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Don't feel, don't see, feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Is it comfortable for you to sing? Would you
Good question. When I went to the high notes, I had some straining. So I wonder what you're going to tell me about that.
like to change the range?
Oh, so you can change the range if you're straining. Maybe I should sing along. Time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I would take one thing at a time, and I would do what I call drill it into the system. And I have an article about that, how to practice singing. So you should do that and give every single element at least 1 week if you feel that it's productive and if you feel like you can make progress with it. That's what I would recommend. And then she will give you the reminders here, and then that'll be great. Yeah. Let's see if I can change the key while singing. No, I can't. She said you can change the key, but not here. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizing like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, let it go. And arise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. The perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. Cold never bothered me anyway.
Beautiful work. That was awesome.
If you need to go through the whole song, then take breaks. Like, don't do the whole thing if you're straining.
Gave this a try. Remember, our voice is our instrument, and we must take good care of it.
Okay, and then they asked me how this course was. It was, yeah, I would say it was exciting. Okay, so I went through the entire course, discover your voice. Then they say basic mastered, level up your skill by practicing and singing your songs. Okay, so now basically we go back to the songs and we can have fun with that. Playlist, you can make playlists here, belt it out in the car. That's good. So you have belt it out in the car, songs to master, energy booster, relax and rewind. Okay. So here's my conclusion about Simply Sing. It is a great app. I like it. I think it's fun to use. It needs a little bit more flexibility in terms of how it guides you through the get started phase and exercises phase. I feel like I could use more flexibility. I could use a way to choose different songs if I don't know the songs. The setting of the playlist, that also I was a little bit stuck there because you cannot search for songs. Those are the things that I would improve. The things that I think are fantastic are the way they adjust the range. They adjust it for you, and they detect your range in the beginning, but you can also always redo it, and you can also adjust your range. I like the fact that they have a needle of the pitch detection, so you can be more aware of your pitch to develop pitch awareness. I really like the overall energy and the fun environment of it. So this is a great app practice, and also just to enjoy yourself. They have recordings there. That's also good. So you can record yourself and listen back. If you're not super cringed doing that, easier said than done, but it's a great learning tool if you record yourself and you listen back. I say, if you're a beginner, go through the basic course. It's good to have. You always have to watch how it feels in your throat. So if you feel like you're straining, you should stop. And there is nobody there to listen to you. So you are the one who has to take care of your throat. Basically, if you're practicing any song, or if you just want to sing a song for fun, this is a really good place to do that, because you can sing it in the key that is right for your voice, which I recommend that everybody does. I do recommend this app. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know how your experience is with your Simply Sing app. And see you in the next one. Bye for now.